Alright. So, let me move this over a little bit so we can. Okay, so top lane matchup is Garen versus Darius. I think Garen wins this matchup. Like, Darius and Garen both shove the lane. They're both really linear and gankable champions. I don't see Garen too much at all, really. So, I'm not sure how this matchup is supposed to go. I'm pretty sure it would go to Garen just because of his execute and his silence and all that shit. That's a Zac, so he's useless. Orianna versus Fizz. Level
Zach's
6.
actually been a
Yeah?
serious problem for me at my elo. I don't know if it's me specifically, but I'm like 0 for 5 against every Zach that I played. I don't know why. And I always end up dominating. Like this Zach, I think doesn't even. I don't even think he ends up dying. I think he goes like 7-0 and something. Or
Well, it has to do with what he's ganking. Like in the jungle, the champion doesn't matter so much as what you're doing with it, right? So if he's
True.
making all the right moves with fucking, he could even be Morgana jungle and he would look like a beast. So for him, he'd probably camp your bot lane, just camp the shit out of them, and make sure his Orianna doesn't die after 6. So yeah, so for you, your Fizz is gonna be a little bit in the struggle zone. Early game. Once he hits level 6, he can handle himself in lane perfectly. So if you could get him that early lead on Orianna to help him survive lane and make it to level 6, he'll be fine.
I'm actually duoing with the with the Fizz.
The Fizz?
Yeah, I'm in Discord with him.
He's like Fizz loses most matchups against a mage early game. Cause level 1 to 2 he loses like every single matchup, and level 3 he can retaliate somewhat. Not against Orianna though, because of Orianna's shield and her
Ancient barrier.
Yeah, and that too. Like, yeah. So
yeah, my buddy just likes to main Fizz, so that's all he ever plays. He's decent at her, but not always the best pick, as you were saying.
Yeah. The problem is the laning. It's kind of like picking Kassadin, but without Kassadin's utility to the team.
Yeah.
And as for bot lane, like bot lane's a pretty hard gank for you, but for Zac to gank Jinx Sona, it's like a fucking dream. So you're gonna have to set up vision for your bot lane, and you're gonna have to like keep tabs on Zac or counter gank, whatever you have to do. You cannot let your bot lane start dying, because once they start dying, they're never gonna stop. Jinx
is that because they're so immobile?
Yep, they're both immobile, and that's a Morgana, and it's a Zac. Ezreal doesn't matter in this equation because he doesn't have any crowd control. But if your two guys don't have flash up, and Zac ganks, if like 1 out of 3 crowd control hits, your guys are dead. So like the game plan going into this should be to set up vision for bot lane, keep your bot lane safe, and keep your Fizz okay until level 6, and then help him out to get a kill. Because after level 6, it's really easy. I'm not sure what to do with top lane because they're both just gonna shove the wave and build tanky and hit each other. I don't know. Let it happen. Doesn't matter. As long as if Darius goes like 4-0, then it's Garen's problem. Like it's his fault. He's not supposed to lose this lane. Garen's not supposed to lose the lane.
Pretty sure he feeds hard this game.
Son of a bitch. Fucking Garen players.
I think I make some question. I did pretty poorly this game, but this is why it's kind of a good game to review.
Like in champ select and load screen and all that, you gotta identify these like.
See, that's one thing I need to work on too.
Like the game plan kind of thing, like the analysis.
I need to be better at that. I rarely even contemplate that.
I mean, you know what all these champions do. You know how they function. Because once I told you, you figured you knew that it's because Jinx and Sona are immobile. So like, you put yourself in the enemy jungler's shoes. Like, what would you do? What are his strong lanes? What does he want to accomplish in the game? Let me turn it so we can't. Okay, so we can't see him. So we start this. Try to make it a habit to always look here. Right after you finish your buff, look here.
Okay.
So Ezreal, Morgana are late to lane. So we know for a fact that Zac started red buff.
Ah, gotcha.
Which means at 3 minutes, we know for a fact he's going to be up here. Or up here, rather.
Okay.
So we do this. Warwick can clear faster than Zac, because Zac has like incredibly slow clear. Good. This. Okay. So you have 3 options here, right? You can go top lane, you can go take Scuttle, or you can go mid lane. Mid lane is not gankable right now.
I
So you
think
can
I
either... Yeah?
went for Scuttle because Sam Darius ends up pushing back, I think.
Yep. You see all these minions?
Mm-hmm.
He has more minions, he pushes his wave into here, and then it's just really easily gankable after that. Take Soil Crab, wait. Cause, yeah, like where he's at right now, he just warded this river bush, by the way.
Right.
Did you see him walk down?
Yeah, no, I saw that.
So the second you show, he's gonna start running. Yeah, okay. So in this scenario where he wards that, you still had a blast cone, or no, you didn't. Try to get down, take the Scuttle Crab, and wait until he gets to like this point in the lane. Because once he's at this point, if you run in through river, if you just run in like that, even if he sees you, he's not going to be able to run back to his tower. The max he can get is like here, and then you still get your gank off.
I think the Garen was pinging me to go in because he was popped his Q, so I just...
Yeah, this Garen,
I mean,
don't
it was
listen.
it was a decent trade. I mean, we got his flash.
I mean, yeah,
so
I you did get his flash at the end of the day, but if this Darius didn't even have the flash.
Right.
You could have just walked it.
Yeah.
Because if you hit that Q into him, you would have gone into tower range. And
yeah,
if he had hook, I don't know what he got level 2, but if he had hook, yeah, he did have hook level 2. You would have had to blow flash. So we know Zach is on this side. He's not taking Subtle Crab. He didn't counter gank you. So his only other options are to do Gromp and to gank mid. Fizz isn't there anymore, so ganking mid isn't an issue. But we can safely assume that he's on Gromp right now. Gromp are backed.
See, I gotta think like that more so.
Yeah, and if you walk over here, he'll be there.
I don't think I went that far over.
He took it already.
Oh, maybe I did.
Wait, no, he didn't. He's up here. Wait, what? No, he's pulled it in the bush.
It'll go that far?
Why won't it do the thing?
Do that thing.
Look.
Oh, he must have just finished it.
No, he didn't. Yeah, he didn't finish it. It's right there. Look.
How could you tell?
Because okay. So
oh, he saw
from your point of view. Okay.
Yeah,
so look at your mini map. When he takes a jungle camp, the icon isn't there in the map anymore, right? Look. Still there.
Oh.
That's why I was like really confused, because this icon is still here. So the only explanation is that it got triggered and it's pulled somewhere here. He saw you coming and he ran.
And it got pushed up to the bush or
yeah,
out of vision.
It's pulled up to the bush. Out of vision. So he's here for sure, and he's still on it.
Probably not smart to try and fight Zach level 1 with his passive, right?
Like, yeah. So Warwick has this thing where he can duel. Basically, any jungler, he can just win any duel. The problem is getting onto them. If Zach chooses to fight you, he's gonna lose. The problem is where you're at. Like, let's say Zach is right here fighting you. Orianna makes it there, and Darius makes it here before your laners do. That is even if your laners even move.
Right.
Right. So let's say Darius and Garen start running at the same time. You're in a 3v1 well before your teammates can help you, which is the issue. Now, in this scenario, it's not that big of a problem because your Fizz has priority mid lane, which means Orianna can't leave lane. She can't do this. Because Fizz is right there. The only one who would come is Darius. So
it definitely wouldn't be worth it.
Yeah. So right here, again, he still has this warded. So, yeah, doesn't work. Because he has a vision of you.
Yeah. Was that a decent idea? Should I have went Wraiths instead, or Drake, whatever the fuck they're called?
Since this is a Cloud Drake, you can't. No point in soloing it early. Go Wraith buff. No, sorry, Wraiths, Wolves into Gromp. This camp right here will spawn back at like 4:30, 4:32, something like that.
I think that's right. But I'm saying, should I have back there, or do you think I should?
Oh yeah, back.
Okay.
Yeah. Because they know exactly where you are. You're not gonna be able to get another gank off anywhere. Top side. Like I said, top side. It was that bad. So top side is not your priority here. You want to be on bot side. And if you think about it, right? Zach just got done with his Gromp. He had 16 CS, right? Okay, but we couldn't have done that. Let me think. How do I put this? Okay. Zac took his wolf camp. Zac took his Gromp. We know that. And blue buff know that. So he's going to be coming back bot side where the Wraiths are and where the Krugs are, right?
Right.
This also follows with that he's going to want to gank bot lane, and your Jinx has no summoners. So you want to end up bot side the same time Zac is on bot side. So you go Wraiths, Wolves, Gromp, Scuttle, clear this entire side, and just be there in case he does gank.
Okay.
Because right now they are coming back to lane. So it will be a good time for Zac to gank. Right after this wave bounces into the tower. And your mid lane seems fine. What's the CS there? Okay, wait a minute.
Yeah. Big disparity in CS.
Yeah, huge disparity. Okay. Yeah, there's nothing you can do about that. He needs to see us better, otherwise when level 6 hits he's not going to be able to kill her. He just doesn't have the items.
Yeah, I think we NA, or we whatever
Yeah,
NA
okay.
leader afterwards. But anyway, keep going. Sorry.
So, like, yeah, on this gank, right? A few things. One, you're still level 3, right? You're level 3, she's level 5, right? That's the first thing. He's level 4, he's half HP. Okay. 2, don't come ever through this way. Unless they're already under tower, don't come through this way. Walk around the extra, like, 3 seconds to take the longer way there. Because if you take the long way, she's gonna have a hard time getting away, right? So if you run through here, she can just walk this way. It's not as efficient. It didn't matter here regardless because this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 minions that are aggroed on both of you. Yeah. So first off, this pathing's inefficient. Second. Okay, so this Fizz is effectively out of the fight. He already used his E, his combo is down, he is out of the fight. He's this much HP.
So that probably shouldn't have gone in at all.
Yep, you can't fight this. If you go in, you're gonna die 100% because she still has sums. You're level 3, she's level 5. She has all these minions ready to fuck you up, and you have no backup. Your backup is effectively dead. If she didn't have 6 million minions, it wouldn't have been such an issue, or wouldn't have been as bad. But these minions really fucked it. Did you get ignited here? Oh, that was Fizz. Okay, never mind.
We still didn't get. Oh, we did get it. I know.
This just isn't worth it. So much blown for, and it was a 1-for-1 at the end of the day. Yeah, not worth. That's a gank that you can't take because. Oh my god, there isn't a capacity to kill her there. Also, Zac showed on the map, 25 CS, so we can assume that he's cleared Krug's Wraiths. He cleared Wraiths beforehand, but we can't know that. Why isn't it? Okay, there we go. So clear this. Then take Scuttle Crab. Okay, good. Yeah, okay. This game could work. Is he 6? Okay, this game could work. Never come through here. Like, okay, when you have the option, the priority should go like this. Fucking, this is first best. This is second best. This is never.
Okay.
Like if you have to resort to coming through like the never spot, then the gank is already failed. Unless they're under tower, like they're in the act of diving. Yeah, then this is 1, this is 2, this is never.
Okay, perfect.
Because it gives her good. Yeah, it can come through the back. Okay, so we know. Wait, who just died? Sweet. Okay. We know who took Wraiths. We know his buff spawns in. I can't see. Soon. 30 seconds. We know Orianna doesn't have flash. We know this guy died. This guy died. Support's dead on both sides. Yep. Don't dive. Holy fuck. Yeah. Okay. His red buff is up right now. He showed bot lane. Do you see that? Like a glimpse. So Zac showed bot lane. He blew ulti for no reason. Zac is going to be on his red buff while you're doing this.
Yeah.
And we know he has no Wraith Camp, so he's gonna go red buff. He's either gonna base and then go blue side, or he's just gonna go straight blue side. So at around like 8 minutes, he will be 100% top side of the map.
Yeah.
So we can use this to either go bot lane and gank them. When you hit 6, like with your ulti, you can use this to mirror him on the map to make sure he doesn't get a gank off. Oh, he went bot lane. You take it to punish him. Okay, this right here. For starters, you can see he has his red buff, but we already knew that because of where he was in the spawn timer. So all this stuff is up, and you know it's up because your buff on that side is up. So logically he should be as well. He's bot side, which means he's surrendering everything in that side. You need to punish him heavy for this. He didn't even get a kill. He still didn't get a kill. Do you see the time he's investing bot lane? And do you see that, like, now he's going to get to go back and just... Oh, please tell me. Okay. He's just going to get to go back and take these 3 camps that he should not get. He shouldn't be able to get these 3 camps. They should be gone.
So you have to be more conscious, like, throughout the whole game. I'm like... when I see the jungler, I like, if I see him, I'll aim for the other side, but I'm not, like, conscious of, like, oh, he's got XYZ down, so he's got to have this up.
Try to like put it in terms of like chess, right? Like he moves and then you move. His move is here, and then it's like you just pass, like you just passed your turn.
No, like I understand like when he shows bot to like steal his jungle, but I just don't realize when it happens like while I'm in game and like speed of the actual game time, like to go right there and then to top side. Like I didn't realize that everything was there. It'll become habit
the more you force it. Like it's kind of like I don't know how to put like if I was watching a coaching video. He said this. So if I ask you what 2 + 2 is, you're gonna say 4. It's really easy. It's natural. But if I ask you like fucking, I don't know, 16 times 130, you're not gonna be able to tell me that, or it's gonna take you a while because it's not as natural as trained. It's not as like trained. So it's the same kind of thing in League. We want to try to make that like really hard math problem into something that's really easy and can be thought of like on the fly.
Yeah, exactly.
This is just like pattern recognition. This kind of thing happens every game. Next game, it might not be him ganking bot lane, but it might be him ganking top lane when his red buff is up, and so you can punish that.
Yeah, like I get the concept 100%. Like you said, I just gotta put it into action more and more, make it a habit.
Because that should have given you level 7, and then this is also this mid gank available still, because he doesn't have flash. He doesn't get this kill, I don't think. I lied. I didn't lie. Okay, so you pass the bot side here. Okay. Okay, so since your bot lane is live, like the move to path bot side isn't bad here, but like quick note, so you do have your ulti, this blast cone over into here, and then just run it. Hit your W when you're like right here, and then blast cone over, and then just run the distance. So you don't have to like you don't have to get this awkward like
reckless.
Yeah.
Or you don't have to engage with ulti period.
Yeah, you don't have to like just like do this like run at them kind of thing. You can like pincer them, so they're forced to like play in this box.
Yeah.
And then you might not even have to ult. You can just like hit them.
Yeah, and I think I thought they were gonna die for some reason, but obviously whatever.
I mean, if they dive, then you can still do it. Just one of your teammates might die, but end result is the same. It's fine. Alright, so take dragon here. Okay, yeah, we see Zac. Dragon's free. If he comes over, ward over this wall. Good. So if he comes over, it just becomes a smite battle. 50/50.
Yeah, I think I lose Baron like twice in these games that we're watching.
Oh, I feel that. I'm not good at smiting. D2 jungler can't smite. So we get this. Good. Wait. Nope, don't back here. You do wolf camp as well. Because look, you don't want to come back to this bot side of the map, right? You just want to clear both these things, because this wraith camp will spawn, I don't know, relatively soon, because you took it before you took your red buff, and your red buff is almost out. Yeah, almost out. This will probably spawn in the next, I don't know, 45 to a minute.
Okay.
So backing running is like another 25 seconds. So instead of leaving these up, you get it.
Yeah,
you don't
exactly.
have to, yeah, play like that. Okay, we see Zach again. Garen is very dead. So we can, yep, there are your rates. Zone is mid with 6, okay. Do you have ulti? Okay. Making a play mid here would be really good. I don't think you can make to save this tower.
Yeah, I think I back off. No.
Okay. Okay. Oriana disappeared. Okay, we still don't know where Zac is. We can assume he's on the bot side of the map. Because when he ganks top lane, right? I wasn't counting his CS this game, cause I can't. It's a pain in the ass to hit tab all the time.
Yeah.
So, if he's ganking top lane, we can assume that he's cleared his like jungle before ganking, right? And if he cleared this, then he's just gonna go bot side next. Okay, we get caught by a ward. Okay, we see him right here. He walked over pink. There he is, bot side. Okay. If your Jinx dies here, she's retarded. Okay, so recovering mid. This is fine. Okay, great. Red buff? Red buff? Just take. Wait a minute. Yeah, no, just take his red buff. Yeah. Like, you're not gonna be able to dive him because of his idiot passive, so it's just take his jungle, punish him. Oh, you're good. So we take this, take Scuttlecraft. Yeah, wave is here is fine. Wave is fine. He's still bot lane. He's still bot lane. I don't even know why. Here, back. How much gold do you have? You have 1,000. That's boots and some other item. You want to back because you're sitting on a lot of gold here. And we also know where Zac is, and your laners are like... Your laners are also backing, so there's no way your laners can get ganked. So realistically, you're like safe to back, if that makes sense. Like, you don't have any obligation on the map.
Yeah, there's no pressure technically.
Yeah. We clear this. Okay, mid tower. Okay, good. Okay, I was gonna say, I don't know how 1v1ing her will go, she's a little strong.
Yeah, I was just trying to poke her out, I think.
If your team gets here, can you land this? No? Alright. Holy shit. Yeah, can't fight this. Okay, never mind. Did you have flash? Okay. I was gonna say maybe a flash R on Morgana, because she doesn't have black shield. But, snare too long. Okay, good. Wait, what?
I just got, like, deleted.
Probably shouldn't have.
Yeah, probably shouldn't have went in there. Just got trigger happy, I think, when they came under tower range.
Yeah, right. Okay, right here would be right here where you ulti, right? The Morgana. This move is fine, I think, because Jinx should have this kill on Zac. This is 5, 15, 10. I think the 1 second delay was a little too long. On your ulti, I mean. Because if you ulted sooner, then this EQ she threw would not have killed you. Holy shit. Holy shit. What am I seeing? He's not gonna get this. Oh my god, he's gonna die. Not like this. Oof. Bye bye Fizz. Alright, what dragon is this? Ocean? Okay. Alright, so stop. Okay, go Ocean. Your teammate, your team has this. He can't stay here because of Garen and Jinx. Just go Dragon. This is just not worth it. I don't know if it's your team or the enemy. Okay, it's the enemy team ping and dragon. Like, do you see? This is so much resources for a kill that doesn't even like.
Yeah, and give away dragon.
Yeah, like what do you get off this? Realistically, you don't get anything. You could
Yeah,
have taken Rift before. You could have taken dragon before. Like that kill, that like huge goose chase from fucking tier 2 tower all the way to his tower doesn't give you anything. Alright, so now we just clear it. This is fine. Something on the map. Who got Rift? Who has it? Okay, Jinx has it. Okay. Okay. Back, it's still downtime. Like playing the game like this, where it's like really slow paced, this is fine because of you having a Jinx and them having an Ezreal, right? So Jinx has an insane late game and Ezreal just doesn't. He doesn't have that same late game. So if you can get your Jinx to that late game, it like okay wait, he should have died right there. This Ezreal is actually a monkey. Okay. You run up, right here, alt, just press your R.
Yeah, you're right.
He should die. Like, him Eing forward like this is completely unacceptable.
You think we would have killed him even with Warwick there easy?
Yeah. Should end up getting more. Okay, this trigger should have been pulled right here. Even if you have to flash R, like if you aren't confident that your ulti, like your ulti radius, I don't know, because it varies with speed, it probably is like this, right? If you aren't confident, flash R. It will not miss.
True.
He doesn't have the mechanics to dodge your flash R with his own flash. He just doesn't have that kind of mechanics. Go on Morgana here, and Zac gets on you, and then after that, the fight is done. People are dead.
Yeah.
2 for 1, and it was support you guys killed.
Yeah, I think things start going downhill from here.
Yeah, you guys are a lot behind. And Fizz's usefulness is like chunked.
Yeah.
Because of his laning in early game. Like him being able to kill Ezreal doesn't do anything. Have to be able to get rid of Orianna in team fights. Wait, she's retarded. Shit, you're Jinx.
Yeah, she's pretty foolish.
Okay. Okay. Your Jinx needs to live. Yeah, this is really dangerous. Because you know they're there. So like right there, right? Like best case scenario, what is it? 4v4 without your AD carry? No. Not winnable. They have that Darius Ezreal. It's not winnable. Okay, but your Jinx is here now. This is okay. In this fight, the issue here is Orianna. Okay, so Orianna's dead. She's running back. She's probably like at her tier 2 right now, or tier 3. So this fight should be a 4v5, but your Fizz is off eating berries in the bush on the river, which is the issue. So you get Zac. Okay, okay. You still have your ulti. Okay, right here. This, you ult him, or you ult him when that black shield is down. Pick one and do it. Because if you hold your ult for a little too long, yep. Okay. Wait, he didn't even die. Wait, what?
Yeah, I don't think we popped his passive.
You could go back in for that. Go back in for that and then like flash out. This is pretty dumb. Oh, he gets, okay, she gets one. Yeah, right. Back up. gets one. Right here, ult, just press R. This black shield from Morgana comes a full second later.
Actually, I think I was spamming it, but I think that E, there's E wouldn't let me then. I was basically dead. But yeah, I'll definitely try to.
Yeah, because you gotta get your like reaction time faster. Because with things like Warwick ult, Fizz E, like what's the word, trigger things, it matters a lot. Okay. Winnable. Jinx. Auto things. Nope. Nope. Holy fucking shit. Meanwhile, this is happening. Okay. There's a lot of goose chasing this game. Holy crap. She dies too. Okay. 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 Yeah, at this point, you need to stall the game out as much as possible because they do have a pretty sizable lead on you guys. But if you guys have Jinx late game, then it won't matter.
So right now we literally just should be sieging and trying to clear waves.
Yeah. Or no, not sieging, but just like being.
Not sieging, I mean, yeah.
With Jinx, you should have enough wave clear to just sit in this like box over here and just wait for them to come to you.
Keep getting picked and shit like this.
Yeah, too many picks. The ulted there, okay. See, and then fight's not winnable. Jinx isn't strong enough, and they're really strong.
Yeah.
How did that kill not happen? Cool. Okay, 1, 2 for 2. Okay. Okay, not that bad. You're gonna go for Baron here, are they? No, they're not. This is really good. Jinx is farming. So now you have to build tanky. What's your build? Okay. Yeah, at this point you just have to. Oops, that's Baron. You have to build tanky and heal for Jinx.
Yeah, I think I go Deadman's here. Or not, yeah, Deadman's here.
Okay. 50-50 smite. Holy shit. Your team really shouldn't have gone in here. You trying to steal it is fine, but your team is just, they can't win this ever. Because you're trying to steal.
Can you replay the Baron smite? I want to see if I was even anywhere.
Alright.
This might be pathetic, you know.
His is, wait, his is down.
Oh shit, I didn't even realize that.
How much does yours do? 760. No, yours do 680. So you smited it, 200 HP. Higher.
I tried to Q smite, and then I thought it would do my Q would do a little more damage, but I guess not. But
rip.
Yeah, rip big time.
Hold on, give me a sec.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, your team doing this in the back though, this is really dumb.
Suicidal.
Yeah, this turns like a bad situation into like a deadly one, where your team loses off this. Yeah, they're just gonna run it down in the game. Key points in this game was just early game and like the inefficiency that happened when you would like when Zach does one move and you just like pass your turn and don't punish him for it, because he got to do a lot of things just without punishment this game.
Yeah, that's definitely one thing I'm trying to work on, is I'm trying to invade and punish more, but not on point with it yet.
Just gotta force yourself to think like, where is enemy jungler? How much CS? What is he doing? Like just constantly, and every time he shows up on the map, like, okay, what can I do with this? What are his options? What are my options? Like that.
Definitely gotta get my mindset in that mode.
Let's go. Click. Alright. This is okay. This is Warwick versus Kane. Okay.
Pretty sure I do well personally, but I don't snowball my advantage to win the game. I don't know, fucking wasted, I guess.
A lot of it has to do with snowballing your lanes as opposed to you yourself, because like, I don't know, 1 level advantage on a jungler is not the same as a 1 level advantage on a laner. On a laner, it's a lot more of a headache to deal with.
True that. 1 second, I'll be right back.
Alright.
It'll be quick. Alright, my bad, I'm back.
No problem. Alright, so this game, same thing as last time. So we look at lanes first. So top lane.
Actually, before you go ahead, and can I try and give me a
Yeah.
my analysis and see your feedback?
So start with top lane.
Better learn the process. Actually, your mic is covering their top lane. Who's their top laner?
Jace.
Jace. Alright, so he's kind of hard to gank because he's got his E range, obviously. Pled's ult kind of helps, so it's if he has his ult, like, possible good ganks.
What about before 6?
4-6. If he's pushed, it's probably worth it, but I doubt he'll be pushed because he's got range and Cled's kind of aggressive to start. What do you think?
But you can still, even before 6, Kled can like enable you to gank because of his Q, like the pullback.
Yeah, the pullback.
Yeah,
true.
That's
okay.
That's the like helpful feature for Kled. Other than that, Kled wins this lane because Jace just can't kill him. Killing Kled is hard.
Yeah. Kane's a bitch. I don't know that much about Kane. I've never actually played him. I know he can travel through walls and shit, and his ult puts you inside him, but I don't know his passive or.
What camp does he start?
I actually learned the hard way. It starts as red usually, right?
He starts Raptors, so his Q can clear Raptors like faster than a leash can help him with red buff. So,
I think I learned this the hard way this game, exactly.
Yeah, so he'll go Wraith camp into red buff and then into like blue buff, wolf camp, whatever.
Okay.
So the main point is just he starts Raptors, so he doesn't need a leash for it. So his bot lane will show bot lane.
Oh, okay.
Wait, are you blue? Okay, you're blue side, so he will start this side. No, that's my bad.
Yeah.
Okay, and Victor versus Fizz.
Like I said, Fizz is kind of weak early, few levels. So Victor's pretty squishy. If he gets his ult off and he doesn't have glass, he could probably kill him. Pre-6 would be probably pretty possible to gank him if I can get him halfway pushed out the lane. So he's kind of squishy, not that mobile. If I can dodge his stun. Mid lane for me though, I don't know why it's always the hardest lane for me to gank. I don't know.
It's all based on minion waves.
Yeah.
In every lane, but in mid lane especially because the wave is so the lane is so wide.
Yeah, and also like I feel like if I gank mid lane, most of the time it usually involves him being under our turret or me ending up under their turret. Otherwise we don't get a kill.
Yeah, it happens with champions like Warwick or Skarner.
Yeah,
where they have to like be near you to hit you with that crowd control. So like I don't know, something like Jarvan where they don't have to necessarily be near you, just kind of by you. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. So that's the little difficulty with ganking with Warwick. So like for mid lane they can't be gankable for mid lane is like for Warwick would be this, while gankable for Jarvan is like this. And it's not a huge difference, but it's enough.
It's a tower shot's difference.
Yeah, it's a tower shot. It's like if they're in this back line over here, this Jarvan line, it doesn't matter if they see him coming or not from the side, like from this side, because his EQ will hit regardless.
Yeah.
For Warwick, they will move back enough to where if you Q them, then you will be under tower.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Cool. Bot lane is a little fucking weird with Sion down there. Trish is obviously a pain in the ass to gank with her jump. Sion's got some CC, he's got a slow and a knockout. He also does some decent damage. Just.
But is he mobile?
No, not at all.
And he's melee.
This is true. Very true. MF also has a slow, which is a range slow, which is pretty effective. Bard has a slow and a stun and a tunnel, so that's actually a pretty good gankable lane, right?
Yep. Sion being melee, like there should never be a scenario where Sion hits one of these two guys with his knockup, unless they like walk into it. Like I just don't see it happening. If they keep the bush warded, then he can just like why even pick him? Doesn't make sense. He's not gonna. It's just not gonna happen. And yeah, so the rest of it is good. So yeah, you get bot lane ganks.
Cool.
You don't have to aim for the Tristana. You just aim for her support and then turn it into a 1v2 lane. Sion, like 2 levels down, inting. It's not really that much of a support.
True.
And for top lane, if you gank Kled like one time, Kled is one of these champions that he gets out of control in like, I don't know, 2-3 minutes, because he's so fucking stupid
with his pet. Yeah, he gets his pet back so quick.
Yeah, you already can't kill him easily, and now if he can kill you, then this just makes life really hard.
Yes.
Especially for Jace, because Jace is he only has like a go in function, not really a go out function. If you get what I mean? So like I don't know, Fizz has a go out function.
Yeah,
Jace really doesn't.
Yeah, see, I did not realize that he'd be fucking right there.
Yeah. Wait, are you AFK? Oh, I see what you're trying to do. Okay. Spooked. Alright. Yeah, that gimped your entire early game. So yeah, important note. Kayn always starts this. Always.
Okay. Note to self.
Yeah. Another thing he can do. So would it be worth
stealing his blue, coming back to my blue, and then finishing, or come back to my red? If I see a Kayn, usually?
You can just do this. You can go here into here. And then just like gromp back.
Cool.
Yeah, that's doable.
So go around, like, or go through the mid and like first, I guess.
Wait, what do you mean?
Like, don't go through my bad. Like, so do that path again.
So
from my red.
So red buff to his. Oops, didn't go.
So should I go around blue and come back around the bush, or should I go straight at blue, like towards?
Straight at blue, just like through here,
Yeah.
Yeah, that.
My bad. I thought you wanted me to go around.
Oh no. I like.
Reason.
It will just take you like an extra 3-4 seconds, and it matters a lot here because that 3-4 seconds is the difference from him seeing you and him not seeing you.
Yeah, that's what I was asking. It's just
yeah.
Super technical. I just thought that.
It's just speed.
Next level. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I agree. I just thought that there's some next level shit that you want me to go around.
Oh no.
Makes sense. Cool.
Alright, so please don't tell me he dies. Fucking insane. How are you losing on Kled? Alright, so take this, okay. Being that you got a bad start, he has TP, okay. Okay. Okay, I'm not sure what you're doing here.
Yeah, wasting time. Yeah.
This is free. You don't have to hear W again. Takes you like an extra second. Your W was already proc on him.
Yeah.
Also,
stupid
something back up.
Mistakes like that last minute, or cost me about like 8 to 10 seconds right there. Just being indecisive.
Like, yeah, this indecision right here. Okay, so you clear this, right? And while you're clearing, look at your waves. Do you see this? Do you see like this right here? this minion wave pushes here, right? He has, don't even count them. He has more. Pushes this way, easy. Now let's look at other lanes. Mid lane is already under your tower. Bot lane also under your tower. So you don't even have to take Killer Crab here. If you just run, look, he just hit level 2, right? If you just run through Tribush like this, you will 100% get his flash. Kled just teleported in, so Kled's full HP. This guy's not full HP. You will definitely get his flash, at the very least. Maybe more, depending on how badly he plays this. Kled hits this guy with the Q, this guy is definitely flash or dead. Even here, like this level 3, like you shouldn't be down here. You should be up here already. This Jay should be dead. And since he has priority, he ends up doing that. And, okay. Again, like this. This is not preferable to this. Since you'll already have the speed, just run around the long way. So that what ends up happening is, if I move this up a little bit, he will be like right here. Wait, let me do this. Okay, he will be like right here, and you will be right here.
If I go the other way?
Yeah, if you take.
Because he won't expect me coming.
Yeah, he'll either turn around and run this way to survive a little longer, or he'll try to flash past you, in which case mission accomplished. If you come through this way, then he has a chance of just outrunning you or knocking you back or something. Because then he will be right here and you will be running after him. And so by the time you get into Q range, he'll be like over here. And if he knocks you back, then you're out.
Yeah.
There we go. And also, yeah, don't hit your W. He gets away. Take this, okay. We see his TP. Okay, he doesn't have flash, remember. So we do this, okay. Head buff, okay. This is so easy, holy shit. They got stunned. Everyone in. Flash auto. Oh, okay, don't even need it, great. Can't kill him, too many minions. And he's too close to tower, but we got one, that's good. We got one. She died with heals, this is her fault. Her dying is her fault.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, right here. This is important. Okay, so you see how you kill him, right? And then you see how he has this entire wave plus 1?
Yep.
Plus these. Don't kill any of these. Don't kill any of these. Do not tax this lane. Because once this wave will be... Yeah, their wave will consistently push this way, which gives your bot lane an advantage, and it also allows you to back, and then just run back bot lane, and gank again. Because this wave will be in this blue box.
Gotcha.
So this is like that, like...
As opposed to setting them up for a gank.
Yeah, exactly. Like, watch. So you end up clearing 1, half of 2, and then, okay, now it's 6 to 5 in minions. Which means now,
so
this wave pushes this way. Yeah. Which means you are not able to come back in the next 2 minutes for a gank like this. Then you're forced to play on this side of the map. It's like cutting off an option for yourself for no reason. You don't have to cut off an option.
Yeah. I feel more conscious of the waves too, like in that exact mindset. If it's ganking or if it's pushing or not.
Like, and you could, like, the only time I'd say push the wave out so it would get to their tower is if you're playing like Shyvana, where you're able to clear the entire wave in like 2 seconds. But Warwick is single target; it's just not possible.
Yeah.
Like by the time you push the wave, like I don't know, over here, Tristana will already be here. And then she's gonna get the CS this entire wave, or freeze it for a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
Which punishes your bot lane. Alright, so... Take this, okay, this is fine. See Kane top lane, he's level 5. Just did his CS, so he did a full clear and then some. Because 24 CS is a full clear, I think, including your buffs. And then a Skull Crab somewhere makes it 28. So he has 32, which means he did a full clear and then some. And he's really low, and he's running back into his jungle, probably to base, because it doesn't make sense for him to do another camp. But you need to back here, okay. wish I could see buff spawn timers. Like 7:13, I think, is when buff spawn. Anyway, so yep, okay, beeline bot lane. This is fine. They both? No, not both. Sion just with summoners here. Did they get this kill? Okay, this is fine. Since your bot lane is alive here, it's really good. Okay, he just inted. Oh, wait a minute. Move downwards. Like you see how Sion's are going to be running towards you like this. Come sit over here. Oh, fucking screen.
Where?
Here. So that if anyone comes in through here, then you have like, I don't know, this much distance between you and them, more than you originally had.
Yeah.
Because what ends up happening here is that you just get hit by like a shit ton of burst at one time. Yeah.
Yeah, I just disappear.
Like when you're just auto attacking, try to sit on the bottom, like more bottom side of the pit.
Okay.
So it doesn't leave you open to something like this happening. Alright. Holy Christ. What the heck? Please tell me he dies. Okay, he doesn't die. But we get a glimpse of Kayn. Assuming we don't see him again. I saw him for like half a second. He has red. What else does he have? Can I see a CS? It's 40 CS. He was at like 32 earlier, so we know he took 2 camps since then, one of them being red buff. The other one probably Wraith camp? I don't know. Something on that side of the map though. So either Krug's red or Wraith's red. Point is, he has this entire side of the map. He's full HP. Like we know where he's gonna go. We know what he's gonna do. He's gonna farm the side of the map and then look for something to do. And you're on the opposite side of the map right now. Does he get this? Wow. That's really sad. Please, God.
Oh, I think I dive this.
Oh my God. This
You see that dive?
Holy fuck.
Like ran around the tower like 5
Yeah.
times.
Alright, this is fine. This is good. Okay, wait, you might die.
Nah, get out. Oh no, I don't. Thought I did. I can't. Oh, at least I got a.
I think you could have lived if you flashed or something. So let me see.
Well, I flashed in.
Oh, you flashed in. Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I can live. Unless you like leveled up your ult and ulted out really quickly, but yeah. I don't even think that would have saved you at the end there. Okay. So your bot lane is just stomping really, really hard. So at this point, right? Like at this point, you gotta like just stop the game in your head. What can, like, you know, what can I do to help me win the game, right? Your top laner is inting. You cannot save him. Like after seeing that dive, he's unhelpable. Your mid laner should be able to handle himself. Whenever your mid laner has ulti, that should be a free gank on the Victor, being that Victor is a pretty mobile champion. If Victor is if Victor is like at this dashed line, he's still dead if the Fizz ult hits him, and then if your ult hits him, or if you just fear him or something, he's dead. Because that's just too much. Same thing, and for bot lane, aside from that, you should just put all your effort and your time into bot lane. Because this is the lane that is going to win you the game. If it keeps going like this.
Yeah. Snowball them.
Yeah. What? Camera. Okay. This is so bad. Please tell me they die here. What the fuck? This is free. Okay, nice ulti. Kane's forced out. Good, kill him too. Nice, okay. You see how he had blue buff? Now you have it? We can know that this entire side is clear. So we don't have to go into his jungle searching for his stuff, because we know. Alright.
I think I went anyway.
Let's see. Yep, you went anyway.
So that's the thing, like I know that like when I kill Kayn, I gotta go invade, but I'm not conscious of like beforehand like what he probably cleared and all that stuff, so I waste time like this, you know?
Like, yeah, you don't have to know exactly what he cleared, but you can have like a general idea. Just like constantly keeping tabs on the jungler. But like CS, on just what side he's on and what champion he's playing. So like Kayn has pretty much no difficulty. Kayn, Shyvana, they don't have difficulty doing any camp. Champions like okay, so like if someone's playing Twitch jungle, they're not gonna do this. They're not gonna do Gromp.
Okay.
Or actually, they might do Raptor
They're
camp
just too
like
squishy?
later in the game. Yeah, because they're just too squishy. If they try to do Gromp, Gromp is gonna fuck them up really easily. So you didn't need to go check his jungle. You could have just done yours or gone mid or something. Okay. You live. Take this. Good. Uh-oh. Okay, run.
I think I die here.
Yep. Ulti. No. Okay, you're definitely dead. Holy shit, this is so bad. Fizz doesn't have ult either. Okay. Alright, here. Red buff bot lane. No, mid lane's like anything that happens here, it's becoming less and less relevant. This is all that matters. Your MF can carry. She can help you win this game really, really easily. But she needs to have like the amount of gold that this Jace and this Kayn and this Victor have. You know, your red buff is up. You don't need to chase this kill because this is a lot more important. If you were here right now, this Tristana would be dead.
Yeah. So I won. Mid.
Alright, so that's done. You're clear. Jace teleports top lane. Okay, whatever. Clear this and then go. What dragon? Oh, I can't see the side. Okay, Mountain Drake. This is good. Oh god, that was such a good escape. Okay. Beeline bot lane. Wow, that was a far jump. Okay.
I don't know why our bar did that.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. Well, it's 2 for 2 at this point. Kane's ulti is down. This should be pretty winnable. Okay, good. Going on the Victor. Wait, what? Ooh, okay, wait. Winnable? 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 Yeah, okay. Okay, that was like insane.
Yeah, it wasn't too clean. That bard kind of made it pretty choppy, but
yeah, and the Fizz just ran. He was just like, see it, dude. Like it came down to a red buff, and then your Fizz is just like, nah, I'm out. He could have made the difference between you surviving and dying at that.
Oh, easy.
So okay, that happened. You guys came out on top. Okay, 4 for 3. Like at this point, right? If you let's say you clear this entire jungle and then you go bot side, logically, like or not logically, like in most cases, generally you would go top side, right?
Right.
In this specific case, just go back bot lane because even though in the time, like even though you're giving up your own jungle camps, by ganking bot lane, it's like you're giving those jungle camps to them. So the lead that your MF is gonna get is equal to the gold and the experience that you would have gotten from farming a jungle camp. And it's infinitely more valuable on her than it is on you as a jungler, or any jungler.
True. Yeah.
The only exception to that is like Shyvana, because her scaling is not okay. For every other jungler, everything is so much more effective on a laner than it is on a jungler. Like right here, just path with the bard into bot lane again. Okay, farm this. Okay, this is okay. And then bot lane. You don't need to sit here to push the second wave out.
Okay.
Just beeline bot lane to help them out here. Because we know Jace is here, which means they're gonna try to do some shit. Fizz is already down here. You being mid lane is you being in the wrong spot. Okay. Look, if you were down here, these guys should die. You have your ulti. You're diving tower. Holy shit. And yeah, and then you get here too late. At this point, the fight is over and your team's dead. You need to be here before the fight.
So I shouldn't have cleared that wave, right? I should have just came straight here.
Uh-huh. Like, count. Like the initial wave that you cleared mid lane, like the really big build up, that one was fine. So this is fine, right? And it's fine, it's fine. If you look at it, they're already posturing to take one tower, right? This, 15 minutes. You see Jace down here. There's already 2 people bot lane, so they're dedicating 3 members bot lane, and you guys only have 2 members. It's 15 minutes right now. 15:01. You take tower at 15. It's 15:10. You're still mid. You start to go bot lane, but then you think they backed or something. Even if you think they backed and you walk back towards mid lane, okay. And then as soon as you see this guy pop back into vision, beeline bot lane, because them staying this far up, it's 2 things. 1, they're inting, or 2, they're trying to dive the second tower as well.
Right.
They have 3 members on bot side, and you guys have 3 as well. If you come down here, this makes the difference between you guys coming back in the game and you guys not coming back into the game. Your MF ends up getting chunked from Sion ulti and Jace. Like this, if you were here, Sion is dead, Jace is dead.
Right.
And this
probably could have
just on a W into the tower is just insanely disrespectful. At this point, so you and Kled get here along with Kane. But you should have been here earlier. Kane should have been here as well, but the reason he wasn't is because he was also farming or something. But he so it's like it's not like obvious that like how do I put this? It's not obvious that you were out of position, but like this Kane doesn't know what he's doing. He's not gonna be in the right spot. So like this game, you being out of position didn't necessarily get punished. But the higher you go, things like that will get punished. Do you have ulti? Okay, no. Yeah, if you don't have ulti, don't chase. There's nothing you can do. Like you're kind of just
engaged with ulti there.
Yeah. So it's like a problem that Warwick has, where without ulti, he's kind of relegated to just running at someone and just hoping that I don't know, they don't kite him. And you being that low means that two spells would have killed you.
Yeah.
Okay, he just getting engaged on. Okay, clear, fine. Okay, he got cheesed. What? Wait, what? Okay, cheese. Okay. Yeah, just don't fight this. Don't fight this. Like, don't even ult, because your team is too spread out for this to ever work. Your Kled doesn't have ulti. He's also useless, so just remove him from the equation. MF is over here, alone, with no, like, help. She's really squishy. Add in the fact she doesn't have flash, but let's just say you didn't immediately see that. It's still, at this point, 1, 2, 3. Where the fuck did... Oh, he's in the bush. 1, 2, 3 versus 1 and 2. Bard is effectively dead. This is dead. He's not... If he comes back in the fight, he's gonna die. He ends up dying anyway. So, at this point... Wait a minute. It's 4v2. Okay. Like, this is just awareness. There's no way, there's no universe where you win this fight, so anything you try and attempt is gonna end up in more deaths that don't need to happen.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. That was sad. And then the game is over.
Yep.
The game was over at that bot lane dive, where they took 1 tower, 2 tower, 3 kills, and then they just... At that point, that put them on a solid like 2,000, 3,000 gold further up ahead. The rest of this game is just probably going to be them running around as a 5-man killing people. There's nothing else they need to do. Like, from their perspective, right, they've already won the game, now they just need to close it out. They went from like 4k gold lead to 5k to 6k to 9k and then to 10k with that bot lane. That jumped them so much. So now with this 10k gold lead, they've hit 40k first. They have the item spikes, And like all these are gonna get knocked down. They're either gonna go for Baron or they're just gonna knock him down without Baron.
Yeah.
Because they do have
I
Tristana
think that's what they
Jace.
end up doing.
Yeah, they have Tristana Jace. Like, at this point, it's incredibly hard to come back into the game. You just have to rely on them to, like, dive a tower. So, like, let's say you guys are grouped up here, and then they just die for no fucking reason. That's the kind of thing that puts you guys back into the game. But this is what makes it impossible to do that.
Right.
When people get caught out like this, it means that they don't even have to siege the tower. They're just going to kill you guys over and over and over until they can execute that dive. This is just...
Yeah, plebs.
Like, so much getting caught out. 8 deaths, holy shit. Like, okay, if your entire team was sitting under this tower and they just pulled what, like, and they did what they did just now, you would have been able to come back into the game. But because your team is dead and it's only you here and Fizz and this fucking guy, like, it's just not gonna work.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this Tristana is so bad. And they get away, even with you, not your whole team being here. One of them dies and 2 of them get away with like a sliver of HP. This guy's bot lane. So if they dived and your entire team was here, it would have been a 4v5 dive. Not only would you have the tower, you'd have the numbers. And like at this elo, they will not make the same mistake once, they'll make it 3 more times just to be sure. So they'd have to keep diving until this score goes from like 19 and 30 to like 27 and 31. And then the game is a lot more even and you actually have a solid chance of winning.
Yeah, no, I agree.
But the key turning point of this game where it was like point of no return was that bot lane dive they made. Cause
when I went mid?
Yeah, they got so much value out of that. They got like double tower, 3 kills. 4 kills if you include like the fight that came after it.
Yeah.
What?
Yo, we needed his Krugs, yo.
Yo, what the fuck was that? Where is he clicking? I think he's clicking on the minimap as opposed to a place.
Yeah.
Because there's no way that you misclick this. There's no way. Holy shit. That's insane. I just don't think he's a FUD player. Because it just doesn't seem like it.
Auto-filled.
Yeah. Okay. And yeah, the game goes on for like 2 more minutes. They just run into your base and kill you guys. Like, this is what they should have done 5 minutes ago, and they're only now realizing it. So, again, it's more of that awareness of like what are they doing? What? How do I put? Yeah, like what is the enemy team doing? What can they do? Like, I don't know if you ever played Hearthstone or anything, but it's a lot like that, where each team,
I haven't actually.
Or any like card game. What else is there? Like any set of moves. There's only like the enemy team can only do like X, Y, and Z. They're not gonna do A, B, C. They can't. They just can't. So you have to play around that. Like I don't know. Renekton isn't all. Wait, what the fuck? What?
Yeah, this team comp's pretty wonky.
I was gonna say Renekton top versus Teemo, but I was like, wait a minute, this is not that. This is something else. Okay. Okay. Alright, so do the thing, and I'll listen.
Cool. Who do we have top him again? Your cursor. Oh, actually, I'm looking right at it.
Oh, it's a Lulu versus Teemo. You guys have the Lulu.
Lulu. Lulu's kind of a pain in the ass again because her polymorph and her speed boost and her shield. With Teemo though, maybe if you get some shrooms, it might be possible to gank. Pre-6 would be kind of hard unless she's pretty pushed. But she's kind of squishy early game, so if she's out of position, it might be worth it. Udyr is a pain in the ass. He's fast as shit, but he's also somewhat kind of a all he has is all he can do is really run straight at you, so it's not. You can
Yeah,
kind of
it's like the
outplay him
Warwick treatment.
sometimes. Yeah, you can kind of outplay him, especially with Shyvana's ult sometimes. I don't know who's stronger early game.
Fizz or Malzahar? Or
No,
you mean jungle?
Yeah.
Oh,
I know Shiv's a really good duelist, but I
if
don't
he
know about
goes Tiger Stance, he's stronger. If he goes Phoenix, he's just all around bad.
her. I think Fizz should do alright against Malzahar. Her poke is gonna be kind of annoying because he's got a farm, obviously. But if he can dodge her slow, I feel like it'd be pretty gankable. She's not mobile at all. Bot lane's weird as shit. I don't know what to think of it with Renekton being down there.
So the thing with Kai'Sa is she's very low range. She's like I think 525, which means a Renekton dash is going to be able to hit her. The problem is Morgana black shields it, and I don't fucking like I don't know. You guys should win this bot lane if your Kai'Sa knows how to play AD carry. Not Kai'Sa necessarily, but how to play AD carry and how to position. Yeah, overall, yeah. Teemo versus Lulu, I don't know. Nothing to do there. I don't even know. You're right that Lulu's really squishy, and if she pushes up like into Teemo's tower, then yeah, it's gonna be a free kill. But I don't even know.
Yeah, but other than that, it's gonna be a pain.
Yeah, Shyvana, and a note on Shyvana, she's a really farm-heavy jungler. Like, she has the best jungle scaling in the game. What I mean is, if you AFK farm on her, it's better on her than it is on any other jungler, AFK farming.
Okay.
Like, even Master Yi, she's just so much better with it. Which means, in certain team comps, Shyvana can be really effective, and in certain ones, she's just not going to be effective. Right? So, if this Teemo was a Tahm Kench, and if your mid laner was fucking, I don't know, Orianna, you need, for Shyvana, best laner scenario is that you have laners who can survive on their own and can also, like, assist you in a gank. Like, so they're defensive.
They also like CC or something?
Yeah, like, they're defensive, but they can survive on their own. So Maokai, Tahm Kench. For mid lane, it's like Orianna, fucking Malzahar, I guess, sure. Morgana, mid lane, Annie. Things like that, where they can do it on their own, and they're not going to int if you don't gank for them. Like, they'll be fine.
Right.
Which is really good for Shyvana, because then all you have to do is you ward here, 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 and then you just AFK farm for the rest of the game. Until you get dragons. You ward these 4 spots, and that effectively stops every single gank. Like, champions like Tahm Kench, Orianna, they can stay safe in this, like, line over here. They can stay safe. And you can put all your energy into farming and getting yourself ahead. So, that being said, in this game, this matchup top lane, I guess Teemo could survive on his own. I guess. Like, Lulu's gonna kill him. So, sure, he can survive. Fizz versus Malzahar is definitely a problem because of Fizz being melee and that E, Malzahar's E, bouncing from minion to minion, which means Fizz is gonna take a lot of heat for that. And also gonna just get autoed by Malzahar, because Malzahar doesn't really have anything to do in lane while his E is just going around from minion to minion. So he's just gonna stand there and auto Fizz. So Fizz loses this lane really hard, even after level 6. Because he ults Malzahar, Malzahar just ults back. So, doesn't really do anything. Bot lane is probably your, like, saving grace in this game, because this Morgana effectively stops anything that this Thresh Renekton can do. If this Morgana can, like, level up Black Shield one time, you guys should win this game. I mean, win bot lane. Udyr has, he's like Warwick prototype. I don't know, like Warwick but badder. So he can just run at you, and that's it. He doesn't have like the Warwick heals, the Warwick gap close with the ulti, the Warwick speed, the Warwick fear, like none of that. He's just Warwick, just with nothing at all. So, like, counting on him to be useful in a game is like 70 to 30 that he's going to be useful, 70 being not useful. So you don't really have to worry about him. He's just going to, like, run into a lane, show up, maybe get 1 kill off, doesn't really matter. The important thing here is making sure that your bot lane is strong enough to just shit on them, because Renekton's power spikes are level 3 and level 6. Level 3 because he gets his third ability, he can just do the trading. Level 6 because he gets his ulti, and then that's problematic if at level 5 both sides are even. If they're both even at level 5, once they hit level 6, he gets like spiked up to like fucking level 8 with his ulti.
Yeah.
Which gives this huge like power difference and allows him to kill a laner. Which is why if Renekton goes even in lane and then he hits level 6, he can just kill the other laner. He has an effective lead, even though he doesn't. So, like I said, so Shyvana is a farming champion, but you do have to keep in mind these matchups and try to help your team not feed. Because it's very easy for Renekton to kill Kai'Sa, like I said.
I think this Udyr pressures the shit out of me in junk.
Like, it's fine if he does. You just have to, on Shyvana especially, or Kayn, like champions that can farm pretty easily, you have to keep really good track of what's spawning and when. And like what is the most effective route. So each jungle camp spawns 2 minutes 30 seconds after you take it. So I'll show you what I mean.
That's universal. No matter what, it takes 2 minutes 30 seconds.
Yep, 2 minutes. If it's one of the 4 camps, I'm not talking buffs. Buffs 5 minutes. So yeah, everything else spawns 2 minutes 30 seconds after the last minion or monster is killed. Wolves, okay. Okay, so let's say 210, right? 210. So this camp will spawn at 440. 100%.
Gotcha.
It will be here at 440. So let's say it's 4 minutes, and you know that these two things are up. Then you know that you can path through Krugs, through Wraiths, and your Wolf camp will be up. And if you take Gromp right after you take Wolves, then your Gromp will be up right after that as well. And so that's the kind of pathing I'm talking about.
Right. Yeah. I didn't know it was 2 minutes and 30 seconds for every camp.
Try to force yourself to just like take a peek at what time you killed it. And the universal time for like Wolf camp to respawn is between 4:20 and 4:30, or 4:40, I guess. The reason being is because if you start blue side, this distance to walk is really fucking short. Whereas if you start this side, you have to walk from your red buff all the way to your Wolf camp.
Yeah.
It spawns a little bit later.
So depending on what side.
Yeah, so his Wolf camp will spawn at like 4:25, right? So let's say you wanted to invade and it's 4 minutes, then you can do Skull or Gromp into Wolf camp, knowing that it'll be up for when you get there. And that's the kind of stuff that's really important on Shyvana, because camp by camp, it really, really matters on her. Wait, what the fuck?
Yeah, what? I just realized that too.
What the fuck? So everything I said about bot lane doesn't matter?
Lol.
Okay.
It's still good to know.
Yeah, I guess. So, now that I know this, their bot lane is trolling. It, like, okay. Lulu doesn't... Is this 80 Lulu? I can't even fucking tell. Yeah, okay, Lulu Thresh is trolling. There's no universe where they killed these two, ever. Top lane, on the other hand, Renekton pushes really easily, because he, when he queues to trade, he ends up hitting all the minions. Yeah, so if you just come through the tri-bush, once Renekton hits level 6, Teemo loses this lane, 100%, like, that's just how it goes. But you can try to make sure that Teemo doesn't die beforehand, because this guy does have Ignite. Their Renekton, I mean. Okay, hold on, back up.
I think I get killed here.
Yeah. Udyr beats Shyvana level 3. Shyvana's not an early game jungler. Second you see him, run away, because he can fight you. You can't fight him. Your Fist tries to walk over, but you'll die. Udyr's fucking strong, man. Rest in peace. Alright, so yeah, on Shyvana, if you're playing Warwick or something, then that would have been a completely different scenario. But being that you are Shyvana, your primary focus is to farm and not die. So the second you see him, you run, go back to your jungler. Sorry, your jungle.
Gotcha.
And even then, I wouldn't say going for Skullcrab is the best option there. Let me go back a little bit. Oh, back more. Okay. Wondering, can you gank top lane? Finish this? Yep, you can. Like, not even scuttle here. And not gank top lane to kill, gank top lane to pressure. Run through this way.
I rarely ever run through that way. I gotta start working on that.
Yeah, try to get the most, like, the path that will put you here. You don't want to be here. Here you're running at him and you're forcing him into, like, this blue path. If you show up fucking here, then you're forcing him to do literally anything else but his tower. So that's that one.
Gotcha.
And also, he just hit level 3. I'm not sure what it is. I think it's after he kills these 3 minions and a caddy. Point is, he's not gonna hit it now. So he's level 2. You're level 3. He's only gonna have 2 abilities. Yeah. So, and if it's not top lane, do Gromp instead of Scuttle, because taking Scuttle is going to take you a while because you don't have crowd control, which means it stays at 60 armor and 60 MR. If you have crowd control and you CC it, it chunks it down to 10. It's a lot of damage.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah. So like fucking Elise Cocoon, Direct and Stun, whatever. It chunks it pretty big. Yeah, there's the level 3. And he just flashes on this guy. Okay. Rip. Yeah. So this kind of fucks your early game really badly. Yeah, okay. Okay. Here, go your Krugs. Krugs. Do not go back topside. So remember what I said, right? It's 330. Pathing over here, you'll get to your Krugs at like, I don't know, 350? Right? And then 350, 4 minutes, come back up, take this. You'll clear this by like, you'll clear your Gromp by like 420 and then just come back down and take Wolf Camp.
True.
Because even though you can't take Wolf Camp,
and...
yeah, especially on Shyvana, it's really important. Because you could still full clear, but you have to be aware of it. Because now that you do this, now you have to run. Okay, now look at it. Now you're gonna have to run from here to your Wraith Camp, then to your Krugs, and then back over to your Wolves.
Right, it's super counterintuitive.
Yeah, it's just putting you in a circle for no reason. And remember, his camp will spawn in 25 seconds, yours will spawn in 35 seconds. And invading him early game isn't really safe. Okay, so it isn't safe, right? Unless you see him do this. Which means that you're free to go Gromp, Wolf, and then into Scuttlecrab while you leave his jungle and make the exit into your camps. Like, you can always, like, so even though you went Gromp into your Wraith camp, you can still adapt and make it worth. Because we know he's top lane. We know he doesn't have flash. So, this is free. We know when his thing's spawning, like right now. Shyvana's early game getting stuck. Yeah, it's just not gonna happen. She doesn't have anything. Level 6, at least she has some kind of crowd control. But
especially when you flash Q and miss.
Yeah, that too. So, okay, so this is like another one of the scenarios where Udyr did X, and then you did Shyvana did 0. Okay, he ganked top lane. Regardless of if it worked or not, we know for a fact that he is up here, right? So you have Shyvana cannot execute a gank. Like level 4 Shyvana, that bot lane gank that just happened. There's like no universe that works out, unless fucking they get snared and they're really far under tower, like close to tower, whatever. But like the chances of that, I don't know, let's say 30 to 40%. The chances of you getting all this CS, 100%. If you just run this way.
Right.
Take everything. Like, look at Udyr. He's not going to get anything done. You can turn the 0 to like, I don't know, a Y. You can get something for this. So if you did do that, effectively what would happen is that this gank translates to 0. And then this Y translates still to a Y. You still get something. You still get some value out of it.
I get what you're saying. I was actually just gonna say, like, I don't really know when to go for the gank or not, but that obviously just broke it down perfectly.
It's just based on what you can and can't do, right? So let's say that Thresh had flash, right? If Thresh is standing right here and you show up like this, does he flash this way? No, he doesn't. He's just gonna walk. Because because you can't stun him. You can't stop him. You can't jump on him in any way. All you can do is just walk to him, so he's just gonna walk away. Unless Morgana's standing right here, he's just gonna walk away. Which is the important thing that you need to realize what your champion can and cannot do, because you know what all these champions can do. Yeah, you know what all these champions can do. This gank never works. This is the same thing as that Orianna gank from before, where this guy's near dead, and you have like 6 million minions here. This is the same thing. Please tell me he doesn't get hit by that. Okay. Okay, and again. So Udyr is just handing over his jungle over here, and you're not taking it.
But just stay on top like that.
Yep. Because right now, right? Let's say he finishes this back, and if you took all these things, then what?
Right, and he might be able to go bot, but it might not even get anything.
He can't. Look, you have this Skull Crab. They have these wards. No matter what he does here, you will know. 100% you'll know what he does. It's either... So he doesn't know you took these, right? So he's going to path this way, right? We can assume that he paths like this. Then what? He can't gank mid lane because physically he either walks down into your Skull Crab and says, oh fuck, and then runs back. Or he tries to gank bot lane, gets seen by this river ward, and then... what? Waste more time?
Yeah, exactly. So either way, he wastes a hell of a lot of time.
By doing this double gank bot lane garbage, he has pretty much shot himself in the foot. He can't, like, if you're counting and you're watching the map, he can't do anything without you knowing about it. And there he goes on the bottom side of the map, because he took rates before. CS numbers here. You're only marginally ahead of him, despite him ganking twice and failing. So he was just passing XP up. You should be like level 6 already.
I don't even think I noticed this.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you didn't have it warded, so not noticing is fine. Like, I don't fault you for that one. It's kind of like the cheese Warwick dragons. But being that he took this, right? This is up, which means this is up. And if he took this, he's probably going to want to back right after it because he'll be a little low. Beeline here, take his stuff.
Yep. Let's punish him every time.
Yep. Yeah. Because junglers in CLO, they don't count. Like when I'm playing on Smurfs, they don't count, they don't look, they don't there's no like, what's the word? Like,
I sure as hell don't. Yep.
Like, yeah, like, and once you start, like, if you force yourself to do it every single game, it becomes...
habit.
Yeah, it just becomes habit. Like, look at him right now. He's still bot side. He didn't even back. He didn't want to back. He probably just took a berry and is killing the Skull Crab. If you chose, you could deny him these 3 camps. And he just took this side. So then what? He gets...
absolutely 0 jungle.
Yep, he just gets nothing.
Both sides. Yeah. And I would have super big gold and level advantage.
Yeah, you would have all... yeah, you would have all the levels. He just has nothing. He would be level 4, 5. The only reason he got level 5 is because he got this side jungle. He would be level 4. And then let's say he still went for the dragon. Okay. Then you get level 8 off this. Off all of his stuff and then all of your stuff.
Right.
There's also a berry in the river to help you stay healthy. On
my way back to my jungle.
Because at this stage of the game, being that it's so even, your Teemo has done his job of not inting, and your Fizz hasn't died yet, and your bot lane is ahead in CS by like 10, 12. Right, so if you, at this point in the game, if you have a substantial lead over Udyr, like, it makes it so that you can't really lose as Shyvana. Like,
should be able to 1v1 anyone.
Yeah, 1v1, 2v1, and once team fights come around, he's just gonna be, I don't know, he's gonna be like an average Udyr player, and because you farm so much, you will be a lot stronger than he has the capacity to be. Right?
Oh, they get a huge advantage here.
Yeah, this Udyr is just running around unpunished, which is the issue. Like when we're watching it on replay, and then he takes your jungle, yeah. So when we're watching it on replay, it's really like obvious what mistakes he's making, but within the game, they do this all the time. Where they just, they just get away without getting punished.
Yeah, of course. I'm obviously, like I do this, like which is random, like I think it's the second time it took his crop, that's about it. It doesn't really do much for me.
Yeah, it's the second time. What the fuck did you just not kill Thresh for? Okay, but we still got the Lulu. No, we don't. Yes, we do. Okay, cool. Okay, that works. That works. So right here, Udyr died top lane. You can see this coming up, right? Scuttle Crab is up. Wolf Camp is up if you go and check. And you can just take his entire jungle. He's dead again. Nice, okay. Blue buff. Cool, nice, okay. Punishing him, this is good. Never mind, he got there. Oh no. And then, wow, okay, this is unexpected.
Yeah.
Their team is actually doing things, wow. Did not think I'd see that. So now, yeah, now what's happened, because Malzahar and Renekton did that, that was like really fucking high IQ of them. I would not have expected it. That they, so now they've effectively gimped you. Just like I was saying before, it's happening to you now where he took, well, yeah, did he take it?
No, he ends up running away. Unless he comes back.
Where'd your rep-up go? Oh, you have it, okay. So they know that you don't have red. They know that you don't have this side of your jungle. All you can do is this if he knows it's up, and this. Right? These two things. So if you path topside, you're gonna end up having to run bot side anyway. Or you path bot side. You have two options, and they both end in the same place. And you're just gonna take this dragon first. So you path bot side, okay, and like it leaves, it makes it so there's just nothing for you to do.
Yeah, exactly. That's dumb.
It's just that like cutting options off thing where he's doing it to you. Or his team rather, that wasn't Udyr. Unless he made that call for them to go do that, which I doubt. Based on what I've, wow, unlucky. So based on what I've seen, he doesn't have the mental capacity to do that. But his laners just ended the game, I think, for you. Because now for the next 2 minutes and 30 seconds, you can't come back here. Look, you can't come back here.
Yeah, it's pretty tilted after that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd be too. Don't blame you. And I don't know if this Renekton and Malzahar even realize it, that they just by doing that, they won the game for the next 2 minutes and 30 seconds. And now all they need to do is, like, I don't know, fight you guys. Yep, so you kind of have to be here now, and they just leave, okay. Yep, they're just doing, yep, the game's over. At like 13 minutes, this game was probably over, and then they just ended it by picking people off and running down mid Rift Herald, which is, this was actually impressive that they did this. Or that the laners did this. I don't put this on here.
Yeah, smoked my venom.
So now all your stuff is up. So you can farm this now. Uh-oh, 3 people. So you get tapped here, you're gonna die. Yeah. So there's not much to say about ganks and stuff here. The only thing is just it puts like a heavy what's the word? Emphasis on what jungle camps are up, what is your route, and why. Because that's all Shyvana is. Like Shyvana, Mastery, fucking Kayn even, they rely heavily on their jungle camps in order to be useful, and when you take that away from them, it's just they're not much of anything.
Yeah. That's, I think, like my biggest focus, really counter jungle as hard as I can.
Yeah, it's not like, and it's also not just like blind counter jungling, because let's say that
Right.
Udyr didn't gank that top lane, then you would not have known to do those things, which is when you play safer and you just farm your own jungle and path safely. But well, I don't know, the game is always dynamic, right? It's always changing. You're never going to have the same scenario every game. So, you know, some games the enemy jungler does that and you'll have information, some games he doesn't, and you don't have information and you just base it off what you know. Because I'm not going to say, like, you know, blindly run into his jungle or whatever, but but you'd be surprised at how much information you get. I don't know how you survived. What the fuck? Okay. But yeah, there's a lot of information just like handed to you from your minimap, from lanes, summoner spells, whatever. It's just hard to keep track of all of that because it is like a large input of information, and it definitely does take a long time to like force yourself to see it and to, what's the word, like consume all this information.
Yeah, and actually implement it as well.
Yeah, and so yeah, there's like 2 steps. There's like knowing what's happening, and then there's just doing something about it. Because even in some of my games, I like identify like, okay, enemy jungler's here, and I just kind of sit there. And I'm like, okay, okay. So it is like a 2-step kind of process. Wow, the shield eats it. Feels bad. Yeah, this game's over. They're just gonna take this. Unless you stole that, I don't see a way that it was contestable. And even if you did steal it, I don't know if it would have helped much.
Yeah.
They have an 8k gold lead. Oh, sorry, 6k. Fuck, your team just nothing though. What's the score? Okay, understandable. 3 and 5.
Not doing too hot this game.
Yeah, it just has to do with what your pathing was, and then what happened. The nail in the coffin was just their Malzahar and their Renekton taking your entire jungle, because for the next 2 minutes and 30 seconds, Udyr had the like freedom to do whatever he wanted, wherever he wanted. And then what he ended up doing was just farming his entire jungle, taking Rift Herald, and then running it down mid lane. And then so it's kind of like a domino effect. This led to the Rift Herald. Rift Herald led to your mid inhibitor getting busted down. That led to Baron, blah blah blah, and now we're here.
Literally snowballed.
Yep. And I feel like this Udyr is probably sitting there like, oh yeah, I did jungled really well this game. No.
Right. I just was ineffective.
No. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you just gotta be more efficient. And this game just drags on while they struggle to end it. Do they get? Yeah, they get another dragon. Yep, game was over. Where was it? 12 minutes?
Damn.
Yeah, right here. This was just incredible from their laners. I don't even. What the fuck?
Right, to know the exact time.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming they knew because they had a ward at some point.
Mm-hmm.
And they saw the spawn thing, the yellow icon, and they're like, okay, we're gonna go invade now. But
Yeah.
Renekton coming too, and then them just taking everything, because Udyr earlier left this one little one, and they reset it, which means this entire side for the next 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So what makes this 15, 30, 15, 16 minutes essentially.
Mm-hmm.
For the next 2.5 minutes. So until 16 minutes, you are. There's nothing you can do. You can't invade him because they'll kill you. You can't farm your own jungle because it's not there.
Mm-hmm.
It feels bad, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, no matter what jungler you're playing, in this scenario, everything you do is now telegraphed. Like if you manage to get a gank off bot lane, somehow their bot lane is blind. They have to be blind because they have to know that you're bot side, which means if they get ganked after they know where the jungler is, it's just like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Should be playing smarter.
Yeah. So this, yeah, and here's the Rift Herald. They take it down mid lane, bop, 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 and then the game ends.
Mm-hmm.
Click. Nope. Click, drag. Oh, Twitch jungle. Okay. Okay.
Is Twitch jungle pretty strong still?
I mean, it's really good at cheesing someone. It's just ranged Shaco jungle with ADC
Fucking hate
scaling.
Shaco.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like Shaco. I was gonna say with better scaling, but I was like, no, he has pretty good scaling after they buffed the fuck out of him.
Mm-hmm.
I think he has like a 56% win rate now. It's
Jesus.
He's just Shaco, but a little less reliable with clearing. Let's say that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably gonna start red buff and then try to cheese a lane. I'm gonna go cheese mid lane because cheesing Ornn is kind of not.
A little difficult, right?
Yeah, it's a little tanky. Yeah, so lanes.
Who do we got top again here?
Oh, Teemo. Teemo versus Ornn.
Teemo versus Ornn doesn't have that many auto abilities, so he's actually decent enough against him. Teemo does have that speed boost that's kind of a pain in the ass to gank. Auto attack. Does my Q count as an auto attack or is that an ability?
I think it does. It applies on hit effects. Yeah.
So his blind would obviously be pretty annoying, but if I can get a fear off, that'd be pretty clutch. Twitch is definitely gonna be squishy early games. Clear is probably gonna be slow. Orianna is obviously pretty safe, especially against Fizz again. Want barrier again, so she probably won't be able to get too many kills, especially early. Probably just try and leave that alone and let him farm. Kasai Malphite's kind of obnoxious. I don't know Kasai's early game. I know she her ranges isn't that great, but
yeah, I don't know. I feel like she's a shit tier 80 carry. I don't think her early game is that great. Neither is Kog'Maws. Deciding factor here is Malphite and Janna.
Like I said, Janna does have really good peel, but also Malphite can be
Malphites
annoying.
Yeah, so like it kind of goes the other way. It's really support driven this lane. So yeah, and you are right about top lane where if you get if you gank Teemo, he's going to die not because of like specific damage sources, just because of you and Ornn just doing so much damage over time. If that makes sense. Like Ornn has a lot of steady damage. You have your auto attacks, even with the blind. Like if someone gets a piece of CC off, he's dead. Speaking of this Orianna, I think this is the same Orianna from last time because I remember her name.
Yeah, I think it's. I was saying earlier, I think it might be a Smurf. We looked him up on NIOBGG, and it's like he was like 6-0 all Orianna games.
Can I get to Google? Let me out. Okay, it's not letting me out. Whatever. We'll check after. Anyway,
I can check.
so
How do you spell the name? I can't see it.
Just put in your physicist name or your name, and then look at your match history and find them.
Sure.
Can I try this?
Bacillus 1980.
Yeah, I got it. Let's see.
Gold 3, 10 and 1. All Oriana games.
Where is she? All Oriana. Might be an Oriana only Smurf.
18 and 7, 15 and 3.
Oof, yeah, it's a Smurf.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, looking at it right now. This is definitely a Smurf. Probably just to practice Oriana. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. And then she has won a Kali game where she went 1 and 12.
Wow. Yeah.
Okay. A little bit of variance there. But anyway, yeah. Fizz versus Oriana, same thing as before, where it's kind of hard for him to kill Oriana. And bot lane. So Kog'Maw Janna is one of these like bitch bot lanes where they don't do anything within the first 15 minutes, but then after that, once she gets Arden and Kog'Maw gets Rageblade, they just like put the beating on everyone. So if we can get their bot lane to that level, this game, you have it in the bag. You have the tanks, you have the engage, and now you have like the killer backline. There's nothing they can do aside from a Malphite Oriana combo, which isn't going to kill them because they'll have no follow-up. So your win condition here is Kog'Maw gets Rageblade, that's it. The game will be over. Not even the Arden Sensor, that comes second. The Rageblade is first. So, that being said, bringing Twitch into the picture, it's kind of difficult for Twitch to execute a good gank off on bot lane because of his lack of CC. If he was like, I don't know, Sejuani, then it would be an actual issue because Sejuani plus Malphite, that's pretty fucking solid gank.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Twitch, he's just good for cheesing. He doesn't even have Shaco's like utility, so he's just good for cheesing. So your mid laner and your top laner have to play really safe for the first 2.5 minutes, or
they
get their lanes fucked.
Gank, a level 2 gank.
Yep. Let's see where he goes to
I think he does gank.
Yep. Every time because his like major like selling point is that he can level 2 gank. And it's like, oh yeah, level 2 cheese. Cool.
Yeah, it's snowball from that.
Yeah. So the hope is for you to play Twitch jungle, and then you snowball one lane with 1 kill, and they go out of control. And sure, but that's the reason it's not played in like competitive or challenger, because it's really, really unreliable. And it also just defeats the point of jungle. Like, okay, you get one lane.
Gets laced here.
Ooh, shit. Oh fuck, yeah. Yeah. Does he live? He can live. No, he can't. Rest in peace. Yep. So yeah, this is the same thing as like invading the Kayn, where you have to know where the enemy jungler will start. Twitch jungle players will like 9% of the time they'll start their red buff. The only time they start blue buff is if they're like, I don't know, dumb. I just don't see any reason for them to do that ever.
So playing against Twitch, I should probably go to my red to his blue and then back to my jungle.
Yep. For playing against Twitch and Shaco, especially Twitch here, it matters less about what you do and more about what you know. So we know that he's going to start topside, right? We can assume that pretty safely, even if we didn't see him. Which means this Fizz is dead. Like, this Fizz having this lane this pushed up, this is really, really bad. If for some reason this Twitch decided to do this, maybe because Ornn didn't have flash and he thought it would be a good idea, but they don't get this kill. See, they don't kill Ornn because Teemo is useless.
Right.
If this Twitch had a brain cell and he went mid lane, because this guy, he doesn't have his E. What? Oh no, he does have his E. My bad. Still killable though. Still killable. And this guy can also just fucking heal. What the hell? That was such a pointless gank. This Twitch is stupid. Anyway, yep, this is really good. I was about to say, you see him topside. This is really good. Punish him. Because even if he based right after, and he started running to his blue buff, he would be right here. He wouldn't be in time to stop this.
Yeah, still have it.
Yep, you still have it. And bot lane is pushing, so this is a good gank. This is really good. Wait, why aren't you going on that? It's right here. This is good. Oh, okay, you're talking early. Yeah. Okay. I thought you were gonna like Q on the Malphite and then go like opposite of him and push him into your team, but that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah,
just the pressure alone is fine. Like, we've already counter jungled him, so we've punished him for his stupidity. And then we ganked bot lane and put some pressure. This is fine. What the fuck killed this clown? He's actually flash after him. You want to stay on him because if he gets okay. So if he had expunge there, you would have died. Because you dropped like 100 HP with 6 stacks on your head.
Yeah.
When you flashed like that, when you flashed from here to here, it put him out of your auto range. Your auto range is like this. Flash back on top of him to stay in that auto range unless you have enough HP to
live no matter what.
Yeah, live, yeah. It came really close there. So that ended up going really well. He also blue flash. He also see his CS, that's 12 CS.
Yeah.
So first camp plus some minions, I'm guessing, because he's not level 3. So he took something else. We can see from spectate that he took his wolves, but let's say you don't know that. We know that he took something else, one other thing, which is important because if he's bot side of the map, he took red buff and then he took either Gromp or Wolf. And by knowing, like before, what junglers can and cannot do, Twitch cannot do Gromp or he will die, because it is.
Okay, I did not know that.
Yeah, because Gromp hits like a fucking truck. Even if you do it on Warwick, it hits like a fucking beast. So we can like assume that he took Wolf Camp, which means that after he spawns, he's gonna go Wraith Camp, and then into Krugs or Scuttle Crab or something.
Gotcha.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. You're right to back off here because you're really low, and that guy's really high. So right here, you could do this, or you could invade his Gromp. Either one works. Okay, yeah. Okay, we catch this wave, this is good. Just top lane again, 20 CS before he had 12, so he took 2 more camps. So like I said, he's gonna go path top side, right? 20 camps. 20 CS. That's 2 camps. So we can assume that he took Wraiths, and probably not Krugs, or he'd be a lot lower. So Scuttle Crab maybe. And I don't know why he's camping top lane. I cannot figure it out. So yeah, he basically just gave you a free pass to just do whatever you want.
There wasn't really an opportunity to invade there, really, right?
Yeah, no invade, and no gank top lane either. Like, so Ornn is like one of those Tom Kench, Maokai kind of laners where they can survive on their own. You don't need to gank them. If they go out of lane even, they did their job. Like a 0-0 Ornn is the same as a 2-0 Ornn, and it's the same as an 0-2 Ornn. They're all the same. The only difference is like a fucking Ruby Crystal or some shit. Yeah, like his purpose is to be tanky and to press R in a team fight. If he can do that, then he's fine. He can do that while he's 0-3. And he's fucking 0-1 from a cheese. Like, he's fine. So, no focus top lane, all focus mid and bot. This Twitch is throwing by being stupid, and so we can capitalize on that. This is really good. Oh, wait, what the fuck? Wait, what the fuck?
Twitch popped up.
How'd you go under tower?
My Q, I think, followed me through.
Okay, and Twitch being here is a little unlucky. Fucking hell. Nice flash by her, I guess. Okay, but you get the kill. Please don't die. Okay. Fizz, I mean. Fizz doesn't need to die here. So, if we go back to where you were standing right here, right? You had, again, 2 options. You can go this way, take his red buff, or go gank mid lane. Even though you got the kill, so I do think that this is worth the trade, mid lane is worth, but I think what's more worth is taking his red buff from him, and then waiting for him, and then killing him again.
Right.
Because this is putting the punish on his jungler, as opposed to giving you a slight lead, if that makes sense. How do I put this? Like, at this stage of the game, before that death right there, you had a gun and Twitch had like a knife, right? And so you don't need to get like a fucking machine gun. You just need to to prevent Twitch from getting more than a knife. Keep him at just a knife, and you end the game. So it's not about it becomes less about you getting a lead and just choking the enemy out. Leave him with like, you know, that 0 option kind of thing where he can't do anything. Because if he doesn't have his red buff and you kill him there, then what? Then what?
Oh, absolutely. Then it sets him way back.
Yep. And then, so like, he has less of a knife and more of like, I don't know, fucking a butter knife. I don't know. He's, I know, wow. Wow. Take his red buff. Yes. This Twitch is sad. This is so good. And so we also know that his blue buff is spawning, right? And so to Twitch, blue buff over red buff. Take his rates as well? Okay. Oh wait, never mind. Okay, backing off is fine there. Go straight for his... Wait a minute. Hold on, this is actually better. Yeah, getting the kill here, more worth than getting his blue buff. Go for the Malphite next time, because your Kog'Maw had the kill there with the...
Yeah, I didn't even see... I didn't remember the Kog'Maw.
Yeah. And also... Wait, I went back too far. CBL, okay. This is good awareness that you came bot lane, right? So right here, okay. You go, even if Kog'Maw didn't have this thingy here,
I'll still be able to chase her down.
Yeah, exactly. She can only run this way, while Malphite can run this way. Kill this kid first, and then since you have your Blood Sun, you'll know exactly where she is. You chase her down, you kill her then. This guy first, you can pick up 2 kills here.
Yeah.
Yeah, even if he didn't have that, but yeah. So right here, after this, go into his jungle and punish him, because for Twitch... Nope, he just took it, never mind. But, even if we didn't know that he took his blue buff, do go and try to punish him, because chances are that he's gonna go to his red buff and look for it there, unless he knew that you took it or whatever. But the thought process of punishing him is the same. So take our red, this is good, this is really good. Keep clearing. Oh, no, not doable. Okay.
Waste of time.
Yeah, so the optimal time to gank is here. After these minions die, Orianna's gonna back up and wait for the wave to reset right here. So once
I still have my red at that point.
Yeah. And then you see her back up, so right here just go clear Wraith camp. When she shows up, she's gonna be way up here. And yeah, and then it's just not gank. It's not gankable. Taking drag, also really good. You just do have to be careful of like a surprise Twitch, because they do have vision here right here. Okay, we know where he is. We see he has blue buff. If your Twitch doesn't have ulti, it's impossible to gank. I was gonna say really difficult, but it's more than really difficult. It's not doable.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Alright, so keep clearing. This is good. How much gold are you at? We see Twitch bot lane. Okay, you're at like fuck ton of gold.
Yeah.
What is he at? He's at 1,000 as well. Okay. So we see him bot lane. What is he doing? Did he even get an assist? Did he? Fuck. I don't know. So, okay. This shows up. What? Why didn't he just run away? Okay, whatever. This is really good. So, okay, quick note. We see Twitch bot side. 55 CS here, like killing him in CS. So, you also have the option of running through his jungle, seeing what's up. Is Krug's R up? That being said, I do think this play is better, especially since you have your ulti. Wait, you can 1v1 her, I think. Yeah. Okay, so. See how she's standing right here? Proc your fear. Start autoing her. Don't go through her. Yeah, not like you want to fear her and make her go this way. Don't Q through her. Or yeah, just keep autoing her, and then when she gets onto this side of you, then you Q through that side. Something like that.
Yeah.
But holding lane for Fizz, this is really good. This puts you also really far ahead, or further ahead rather. Does he die? Oh my god, this guy's sad. Okay. Okay, and also, so your main objective here should be to back ASAP, because he's probably sitting on like 2,000 right now. Yeah, 2,000 exactly. Does he win?
It's pointless to try and hold that lane.
Oh no, he died anyway. Yeah, I know. Okay, so yeah, try and hold it, but do you see how okay. Like, do you see her right here? You can't clear these back minions because she'll kill you otherwise. Right here, just pull up into this corner or this corner and just hit B. Because you're not going to be able to clear this wave. And by the time... Wait, Fizz is dead. Okay. Still, back anyway, because if you keep staying in this lane, you're not going to be able to defend it much. Like, you're probably saving it from an auto attack or two, because you're not able to clear the back minions. Because if you try, she'll kill you. Which means it's just more efficient to back.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Like, yeah, like you being there is not mitigating any damage that wouldn't have been done already. Also, back before taking your blue buff, because you're gonna have to back now. And then you waste duration on blue buff.
Oh, true.
This is really greedy. This is really greedy. Holy fuck. Yeah, okay, so if this Twitch wasn't so behind and if he was playing a jungler that was actually useful, then you would have gotten punished, because you're sitting on like an entire item and a half, actually. Like your finished jungle item, boots, and then some. And going for more kills when you're sitting on that much gold is really greedy. Useful horn, by the way, like I said. He's like, what, 0-2? Yeah, he was 0-2. So it ends up working out, but you still should have backed earlier. Because, I don't know, 8 times out of 10, then the higher up you go, like I said, it'll start to matter. This game, since you were so far ahead with the counter jungling and all that, it didn't matter as much, but better not to form bad habits.
Yeah, of course.
Why does he keep ulting the minion wave? Okay. Now that you've shopped, you have like all the gold in the world. You can just run bot lane and just start killing people now. Like at this stage of the game, since you are so far ahead, I don't know how they're ahead in gold. That's actually amazing. But anyway. Oh, it's CS mid lane. That's what it is. It's CS mid lane. Okay. That's... okay.
Yeah.
So, what's this dragon? It's fire, and it's in 47 seconds, and their bot lane's pushed up. Literally, just run bot lane. You have your ults up. Every time you have your ults up, just get a kill. Just ult someone, they'll die. This is like a really good Warwick game.
I think it ends up going south here somewhere.
What the? Okay, get the mouth fight. Okay. The dragon, okay. You got all the cards, man. How does it go south? What the heck?
Yeah, I think Twitch ends up popping off and make some bad decisions for team fights and engage it.
Oh man. Alright. So... oh my god. He's gonna die now. Was it worth it? No. What the fuck is happening?
I failed my ult.
Let me go back to that. I was looking at Ornn. I was like, why is he ulting the fucking... Okay, so you kill him. Okay, that's just mechanical.
Yeah.
Because he was on top of you. And... oh my god. Twitch flashes, okay. Still dies, okay. Okay, Kog'Maw items. He has Rage Blade. You have your win condition here. All you guys have to do is... Okay, Rift Trial is really good as well. You just have to like group up and then force them to fight you. So this is the same thing with the like gun and a knife thing, where their team just has a knife and your team has like a gun or like 2 guns even, because you have a Kog'Maw as well. So if you fight them, there's no universe where they can beat you in a 5v5 fight. Even with all the deficit in farm in your mid laner, you guys just got up in gold. There's no
those are the things that
universe.
you like know in game, like as the game is developing.
It's just like identifying your win condition, right? So like in Champ Select or previously, right? We were like, okay, win condition is Kog'Maw gets Rage Blade, and we have that now. And not only do we have that, but we also have an 8-1 Warwick and a 4-2 Fizz. So like, our win condition was met and then some. We got 2. We got 2 for the price of, I don't know, 0.
Yeah.
So the win condition being met, now all you guys have to do is group up 5 people, like spam ping your team. Spam pinging isn't toxic. And group up. Because Ornn serves no purpose split pushing in a lane on his own. He's a team fighter. Okay, also try not to use your Rift Herald like this. Use it here. Use it to break down this. Because if you're looking at turret priority, it always goes mid, bot, top.
Okay.
So if you're talking about tier 1s, it's that. If you're talking about tier 2s, it's that. The reason top lane has least priority is because it doesn't do anything. Like it doesn't offer anything.
Gotcha.
Like especially this tower over here, tier 2 tower, it's probably the least useful tower in the game, because every 4 or 5 games there's like 1 team fight in this area, and every other game there's just nothing that happens there. Nothing.
Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, and then this tower only matters for Baron purposes, and that only matters at 20 minutes. And this bot lane tower over there, tier 1 tower, that matters for dragon purposes, and that happens before 20 minutes. And then mid tower, that's just central to the map, which is why it has priority. That's the reasoning behind it. So you don't want to use it for like the luxury towers. You want to use it for the what's the word for it? Like, I don't know, main towers, important towers. Wow, she flashed that. That's impressive. And now that's bad. He dies. Never mind. God bless Janna. Okay, yeah, that was just greedy. Like, you didn't need to, you just didn't need to do it. Like, if your team is in a team fight and you hit someone with ult, it's a confirmed kill, but here it's just not necessary to do it.
Yeah.
And also, so, okay, so you did it, and you could have killed him. You could just stick on him. Do you see this Janna giving you, even if she didn't give you shield?
Yeah.
You have flash. Let's say you don't know that he doesn't have flash. Let's say that you think he has flash. It's fine. You have it too. If you just stick on him and keep hitting him on the head, he's gonna die. You queued him, you autoed him like 1 time, and he lost like 200 HP.
Yeah, I just panicked under tower, I think.
Yeah. So it's one of those things where there was no reason to do it, but now that you've done it, I mean, you could kill him.
I think he kills Fizz here.
Yeah, does he? I'd understand why, because this is the dumbest backplace I've ever seen. Okay.
Oh, maybe not.
Yeah, never back like that, by the way. Since you're jungle, you probably aren't going to be backing in a lane anyway, but like that, it's just so bad.
Suicidal.
Yeah, someone pops up, then he's like, oh shit, I shouldn't have backed there. So, see how your entire team is just full HP, full mana, top tower's down, there's nothing for you guys to do really? Even if Ornn is not here, okay, they're dedicating 2 people top lane. What the fuck is that on the minimap? Holy shit. That's how it looks. Okay. 3 people top lane, and we saw Malphite do this. We saw Malphite go topside. The play here is to get this mid lane tower. Them dedicating 3 to 4 members top lane for 1 Ornn who is very dead already, it's actually ridiculous. This is free mid lane tower.
A lot of wasted resources on their end.
Yep, yeah, it's just completely, like, you don't back here, okay? When do you start backing? The second you see Twitch and Teemo up there, just beeline mid lane. So Twitch and Teemo are already enough, and then Kaisa goes there, and Malphite was going there. So they just completely overkilled him, and then put in like an extra resource or two. And if you push down this mid lane, does Ornn have teleport? No, it doesn't matter. They're gonna get here one by one, so Malphite will arrive first. If you guys are here, he is blocked off. This place is blocked off. He can't come. When Kaisa gets here and Teemo gets here, they're blocked off because Teemo's useless, Kaisa's bad. They're blocked off. They can't come. Only when the rest of their team comes from here, then you guys, before the rest of their team comes, the Orianna and the Twitch, you guys back up, and you will get tower damage, probably tower as well, because you guys have a Kog'Maw. Now Orianna's already here. Doesn't matter though. If you guys are pushing as a squad, she can't defend that tower.
4 of us.
Yeah. And then this ends up happening. Okay, fine Fizz because he's dumb, but not because it was a good move. Now it's your team that's putting too many resources in the top lane for no reason. Also, when you push past this, it's overextending.
Okay.
For blue side. For red side, it's like pushing past fucking this. Without vision. Anytime you push past like the river area, this area over here. Oh, let me change colors. This area over here, it's like a danger zone. Okay. Unless your team owns the entire map, you can't do it. Like you're well overextended here. Like if they collapse from river, you're gonna die, or you're gonna have to run really far. Wow. Okay. Don't need to dive him. It's just an unnecessary move. You're gonna probably get killed here. Never mind. Like, okay. So, if you're looking at it, right? Teemo's here. What does kill? Like, you don't have to kill him to get what you want. This is great. This is great. This is even better. What does this do? This doesn't do anything. It's just like a...
Yeah. It's gold for nothing.
Yeah, it's just it's like, I don't know, baby food, whatever. This is also an Infernal Drake. You already have one. So this has like double priority. He actually flashes your ulti there, otherwise you would have hit it, but still not necessary. Like even if you hit it and kill him, it's just it's a waste of an ulti. Teemo is not a priority target. Priority targets are Orianna, Kaisa, and Twitch. Like in that order as well. I don't know why he ulted there. Not necessary.
Yeah, there's like nobody in lane.
Yeah. Good dragon. Nice, really good. Really bad.
Yeah, I don't know why she overextended there.
Yeah, this is just like a no vision case, and she just walked up to Malphite.
Actually, I think I remember that she ends up doing this like 2 or 3 times. Game base tanks.
That's a big oof.
Yeah.
Well, right here, Malphite does not die. Incredible. Teemo dies to Fizz. Ornn goes in. Right here, you guys need to back off.
I think I back off then disengage.
Yeah, here is where you just cut your losses and leave. This Ornn flashing forward like this is the greediest thing. You cut your losses and leave because he's dead, Teemo's dead. I don't know, best case scenario. If you get any more kills here, the likelihood of you guys dying is really high because he no ulti. Your Kog'Maw has his shit, but like if his frontline dies, then what's the point?
Yeah.
He's gonna die very soon after.
Deleted.
Yeah.
I think I ult back in here like an idiot. No, I don't.
Never. Don't go. If your team is suiciding, don't help them. Especially in a case like this. Like this Ornn just inted. That fight went south for no reason. It just didn't have to be a fight there.
Yeah.
Only fight over objectives or when you need to. That just wasn't a fight that needed to happen. Nice. Okay. How much gold is it? Okay. Okay. Now, again, ping your team. Okay, you need to back sooner. Because what happens now, right, is you back now, and then your team is already on the map. You guys want to be on the map at the same time. You don't want to, like, have staggered backs.
Yeah.
So you don't want to have it, so, like, let's say Fizz dies here. Then, when you get on the map, then it's going to be 4 people over here. And then maybe one of you guys die, and then while Fizz is running back, then it's going to be another 4 people over here, and you're never going to be grouped up as a team. So try not to stagger your back. Horn's inting again. Why doesn't he just kill her? What the fuck? Holy shit. Okay. Yeah, see, this is a scenario where these little skirmishes are happening and you guys are gonna end up losing them.
Alright, because I can't talk right now. 1 second. Sorry, 1 second.
Yeah, okay.
Go ahead though.
Oh, okay. So, these little skirmishes are gonna end up losing you guys the game because they don't need to happen. What needs to happen is a full-fledged 5v5 where this fucking kid can pop off, this Janna can peel for him, and you and Ornn can make sure no one gets near him. The only people who can get near him is Malphite and Malphite. That's it. If Malphite ults this Kog'Maw and you fear him off, there's nothing any of these 4 idiots can do to help. They're all range champions. They are all backline champions.
Doesn't Kasai's all like he shoots it in, he can dive in?
But he needs to hit it first.
Yeah, true.
If it hits, and it is like, okay, if in an ideal scenario, Kog is sitting here, let's say, you're over here, Ornn is over here, she should not be able to just pierce through this wall.
Right.
Should be like really hard to do that. And if she does somehow miraculously do it, we have this Janna with the exhaust and the ult and the shields and all this shit. Like there's a lot of running around from like here to here to here to here. Don't need to do that.
Okay.
Just as a 5-man. This is good. Like this, well, we need Ornn. Where the fuck is he? Okay. This is what needed to happen 5 minutes ago, 6 minutes ago. This is really good. Like, do you see how easy it was to just roll over them? There's nothing they can do.
Yeah.
And Baron is also really easy because you guys have cover.
I lose it here.
What?
Yep.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace. Alright. Rip.
Yeah. Hard.
Rip. Alright, still winnable. Rip. 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 Yeah, just leave at this point. Oh boy. Yep, they got their window back into the game. Dragon assist. Another Infernal. It's okay, because Baron runs out, Infernal doesn't. You guys can get this one. So right here.
Nah,
oh, fuck's sake, Ornn, come on. Please don't tell me he dies. Okay. Right here, you guys need to start to posture to take this dragon, because it will help end the game. How did he miss the E? Come on. Okay, fucking whatever. Kill 1, kill 2. Even with Baron, you guys are a lot soft. Oh, fuck, they got it. Okay. Yeah, even with Baron, you guys can beat them. Or without Baron. Wow.
Twitch just goes off.
Holy fucking. Yeah, Twitch is like a fake Kog'Maw. Like Varus and all that. He has a Rage Blade as well. And to kill him, you guys need to be more grouped. So he starts going off here. You back out. End up dying, I think. Yeah. And all the while, it's also piercing through Ornn. Okay. And if you look at it, Twitch and Kog'Maw are doing equal damages in auto attacks. But what ends up sealing the deal, I think, is Orianna.
Yeah. Because she gives him the shield and does some damage.
So, Orianna comes back here. Yeah, Orianna QW'd him. If Orianna did not hit that QW, Kog'Maw would be like over here. Twitch would be dead. Orianna dead.
I think that's pretty much game after this fight. They get a hell of a lot.
Yeah. They got catapulted back into gold lead. Wait, Kog'Maw. I mean, Twitch died? Okay. Okay, they're out of Baron now. Okay. Still winnable. You guys still just need to group up as a team and keep that from happening again, where he gets to kill one by one by one by one.
I think Janna face tanks in their jungle here, and they get another like 2 or 3 kills out of us.
Well,
I think.
like, okay, let's say she doesn't do that. Priority in this team fight is ulting Twitch first. Now it's become Twitch, since he's so strong now. So if that means you have to flash over someone and just hit him in the head with the ulti, 100% worth it, because while you're ulting him, he's not autoing anyone.
Right.
And even if you die, if your Kog'Maw can get 10 more autos off than him, you win the fight. He has GA as well. This is like optimal time, I guess, for 5v5. And like I said, this 5v5 should have took place at 18 minutes or 17 minutes.
Yeah.
It's happening so late, and then she dies, and your Kog'Maw is auto attacking. It's support for support. Okay. Oh, okay. Wait. Winnable. This is bad.
It's just yeah.
Wait a minute. What'd you use your ult on? Okay. Use it on. Wait. What? Wait. What? Let's see. Did it get cancelled? You hit a wall.
No. Flab.
That's what happened. Okay.
Okay.
I didn't see ult anyone. So in the future, just don't even
should
hit
have
it.
saved that anyway. Yeah.
Yeah. Because this is priority. Look, if he showed up right here and you come right here and you ult him, he's dead, and this fight becomes 1.
Winnable. Yeah.
Because Fizz goes on him, dead. And now it's 2 tanks and Kog'Maw's still alive. Yeah, if you hit this ult,
Kog'Maw's
this guy's dead. Now Kog'Maw's here, doesn't really do much 1v4 because this tank line is dead. And now he also uses the GA. I mean, I guess he doesn't have a choice, but you know what I mean. GA gets popped and game's over.
Yep.
It had the fucking the blunders come in mid game where right here you guys have all the cards. Like every single card, and then instead of just grouping mid and running it down and pushing and forcing them to fight you while it's still gun versus knife, you just, I don't know, there's just little skirmishes all over where, and then slowly they get, you know, they get a sword, they get a gun, and game's over.
Yeah, we wasted time and they eventually scaled up and got back.
Yep. Like, you don't want to let them scale, it's all about denying those options, you know?
Yeah, of course, dude. And with such a lead, it should have been all over his jungle.
And I do realize that you can't like play for your teammates, but if you sit mid, if you consistently just run like back and then sit mid and fucking spam ping like here, your team will eventually, they'll come and they'll group on you, and then you can 5-man push this, 5-man push the Nexus, or I mean next tower.
Definitely.
But yeah.
Cool, man.
I'll upload this to YouTube later tonight. It just might take a while because it's long.
Yeah.
But